Yeah, hi there. These comments, I'm going to just use your initials A, and I am Michael, the founder, owner, and the materials writer for all of your lessons at the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. And you completed an independent writing practice test, so I want you to do a couple of things here. I'm going to go ahead and read it, make some corrections. I'll probably develop one of your paragraphs a little bit more than what you have. So let's see what you have here. Okay, you have 160 words. You're looking for about 350 to 450. So I think that you haven't really developed your topic as much as you need to, right? Alright, so let's take a look at the beginning one. So I'm going to make some corrections. You might want to pay attention. So many international students, getting rid of there are, just say study abroad. You can say who study abroad, face. How about this? Say, create a little less assertive tone. May face problems living with roommates. Nowadays, a lot of international students, so you got to tie this to make if you do this, you tie the two sentences together. How about so you put to avoid potential conflicts nowadays international students need, you don't want to say a roommates plural, just say need good roommates because if you're in a bad situation, it can help you for many things. I'm going to say this. Nowadays, international students need good roommates because the roommates can help them in times of need. Because you're saying clean room, bathroom, to me that's a little bit too specific, right? So it almost sounds like that's the thesis when it isn't. So I'm going to get rid of that. See, therefore, choosing a person as my roommate is an important issue. Because I will spend more than half of my day alone with, I'm going to say here, him. So I am not a smoker. I'm not a smoker, a drinker, or a drug user. So, if someone wants to be my roommate, he must not use any of these substances beverages. There, I think we have it. Now, what did I do here? It wasn't exactly clear, your thesis there, so I'm helping you with your thesis, showing you how you can make a more sharply focused thesis. So you say, I'm not a smoker, a drinker, or a drug user, so if someone wants to be my roommate, he must not use any of these substances or alcoholic beverages. All right, let's take a look at your first paragraph. Let's see how many words we have here. So that's not bad. So you got 85 words for the introduction. Let's take a look at it again. Many international students who study abroad may face problems living with roommates. To avoid potential conflicts nowadays, international students need good roommates because the roommates can help them in times of need. Therefore, choosing a person as my roommate is an important issue because I will spend more than half of my day alone with him. I'm not a smoker, a drinker, or a drug user, so if someone wants to be my roommate, he must not use any of these substances or alcoholic beverages. So then we're going to say here, so what I'm showing you here is how to develop this idea more than what you did. So we're saying a good roommate will not smoke because that would cause several problems for me. Roommate, you put smokes, he will be using an ashtray and will be putting cigarette butts there. Then you can say so you're saying that it will be messy to see us use cigarettes around the house. You might want to say, in addition, if my roommate smokes, he will be exhaling smoke into our common living spaces. This smoke will soak into the walls, carpet, furniture, and clothes. Pretty soon, all of my belongings will smell like, we'll say, cigarettes. So all my belongings will smell like cigarettes. Even so even though I'm not a smoker. Then you can say, maybe finally, because the smoke he generates will create how about this, because I will breathe his smoke, the smoke that I'm going to say here, give you a different word. Instead of saying smoking, I'll say addictive habit. So we'll say secondhand smoke can cause lung cancer. We'll say it is a deal breaker for me if my roommate smokes. I think we have it. Now, what do we have here? Okay, we're over 100 words, 143 words. This is what I'm talking about. As you explain your ideas, you have to get to a level. Now, did you notice that this whole paragraph, everything here is focusing around smoking? That's it. And I talked about some of the problems with smoking and why I don't like that in my roommate. Alright, so let's read this second paragraph. It says, first of all, a good roommate will not smoke because that will cause several problems for me. If my roommate smokes, he will be using an ashtray and will be putting his cigarette butts there. It will be messy to see his used cigarettes around the house. In addition, if my roommate smokes, he will be exhaling the smoke into our common living spaces. This smoke will soak into the walls, carpet, furniture, and clothes. Pretty soon, all of my belongings will smell like cigarettes, even though I'm not a smoker. Finally, my roommate should not smoke because I will breathe the smoke that he generates from I'm going to say from his, maybe, addictive habit. Secondhand smoke, according to many studies, can cause lung cancer, which could kill me later on in my life. Therefore, it is a deal breaker for me if my roommate smokes. Right? Of course, when you get here, so here's what I wrote here. You see this? And this is what you wrote here. So you notice that I'm very, very specific in the vocabulary I'm using. I use words like ashtray. I use words like cigarette butts. I talk about exhaling the smoke. I talk about the smoke soaking in. Notice I say walls, carpet, furniture, and clothes. I even use the word deal breaker near the end. So I'm demonstrating, I'm trying to show you, you need to be very precise, very specific in the vocabulary that you use. So let's get rid of this. And then that shows you how you need to develop your ideas. Now let me show you this. So far, we are up to 228 words. So we're doing much better. Let's just assume you have one more paragraph here, and then you have a conclusion, right? So this paragraph should also be about 100 words. And you have to think about roommates. So if your roommate's drinking alcohol, in your opinion, what's the problem with that? Why don't you like that? But you have actually 3 topics. You also have the drug user thing that you have to talk about, am I right? So anyway, the reason I wanted to rewrite it to show you some things that you can do to make your writing score higher. Now, I'll be honest with you. You didn't do very well on this one, so you have an essay at this level is seriously flawed by one or more of the following weaknesses. You have little or no detail. You have irrelevant specifics. You have serious and frequent errors in sentence structure and or usage. So I'm going to give you a score right now of 1.0 out of 5. Now the question is, what do you do? How do you get better here? And I have some suggestions. Now I recommend that you read the sample. I put a sample, a model essay that you can take a look at. You can see it here even, right? But the model essay will show you how you need to really further develop your topic. Okay, so I'm going to put you at about 1.0 out of 5. As you can see here on the scale here, this is going to put you at 64% on this assignment. Alright, now, the next thing I recommend is, if you go to my website, remember, you are a member of the 7-step system to pass a TOEFL IBT. You can see it here. And I think for you, it's not really a writing error for you. It's more of a language use problem it looks like you're having right now. So my suggestion for you is to go back to the basics. You need vocabulary practice. That's your first step. Your vocabulary is too general. You can't get ideas under time constraint. You need to really work on your vocabulary. So here are my recommendations. In my online course here, I recommend Vocabulary Lesson 3. Do this one first. Then Vocabulary Lesson 4, Vocabulary Lesson 5, and then Vocabulary Lesson 6. It'll take you probably a month or 2 to learn these words, but it's good. Do it. It's going to be hard work, but it will really help you to improve your ability to communicate in English. That's my first suggestion. My second suggestion is go to the grammar part of my course, Step 3, and the first thing you want to do is to take my diagnostic pretest here. Follow the instructions, take the pretest, and then start going through all of my grammar lessons. And this is going to help you improve your language use also. And also, if you go, I'm going to show you one that's going to be very beneficial for you. Where is it? As you go through all of these lessons, this one, grammar lesson number 32, grammar, writing, and research exercises. I recommend that over the next few months, also make it a plan to go through the lessons here, and you will continue to improve your language use. But really, if you don't improve your vocabulary and your grammar right now, then there's not really any sense in doing writing, because you can't do writing without having these 2 things. You see what I'm saying? So really focus a lot in the grammar and the vocabulary parts of my course. It's your choice. If you don't do this, your writing stays as is. If you do this, your writing will improve, I promise. Alright, so there we go. And anyway, so there's a suggestion. I gave you some suggestions on how you can recast at least 2 of your paragraphs in your writing so you score much higher.